Hello guys, you're welcome to Photographics Academy. Alright, so I just wanted to put you through on how I edited this amazing picture of a client that just walked into the studio. Then we did a section and came up with this amazing picture. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is to be taking care of the blemishes. We'll be taking care of the blemishes, so you zoom in close. Take your what is it called, please? Your patch tool. Don't mind me. Take your patch tool, zoom in and take care of the big blemishes. Oh, got some work to do here. Alright, so take care of some of the big blemishes, the ones you can fix that wouldn't affect the skin tone. Alright, so I think I'll leave it at there. I think I'll leave it there at the back here. Alright, so we'll go through the hand, that's the arm. Alright, so I think I'll leave it there. The next thing I'm going to be taking care of is I'm going to be doing the retouch, the frequency separation. I already have everything I'm going to be using in the PHP action pack. Of course, you'll be getting it. You can purchase your PHP action pack in the link below. So this is our action pack, the Photographics action pack. It has almost everything you will be needing for the retouching of your image. It's going to take your picture to the next level. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to be clicking on is the frequency separation right there. So I'm going to click on play. Of course, it's customizable. It allows you to do your stuff. So I'm going to be placing this at 5. Yes, my Gaussian blur at 5. So it's going to do the rest. Open up the group for me. So I'll pick my mixer brush tool and start taking care of the image. So this is going to take a little time. Yeah, so this is going to take a little time. So I'm going to be, you know what? I won't fast forward the video. Let's go through it together. Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. Let's go through the picture together. So it's more like me showing you my workflow. What I do with my pictures. Alright, so this is it here. Take care of that part. You know, during the course of this retouching, I might be breaking some few rules around frequency separation and all of that. I might be breaking some few rules. The rule of don't paint your highlights into shadow. Of course, you shouldn't do that. But in some cases, to, you know, accentuate some dimension in some particular areas, don't bother yourself about this area. We'll fix that later. Those sweats over there, man. This model or this car really worked to get here. Alright, so we just take it slow. Take it down a little. Within the next 15 minutes, our picture will be set. Alright, so let's take it through like this. Beautiful. Look at the neck. So we are using that light streak on the neck, or rather the hot spot on the neck right there, to create a dimension that looks like a dodge and ball. Do you get? So sometimes some hot spots or hot flashes might give you the dimensions you are looking for. It's not all the hot spots that are mistakes. There are some that will work to make your picture come out so fine. So just stick to what works for you, what attracts you, what you love to do, and get it done. So I think at the back here, I'm going to just stroke this down. Beautiful. So we just take it slowly. So let's look at the before and after. This is the before, this is the after so far. Let's check the face before, after. So we'll be taking it slowly until we get it done. Trust me, we'll have a lot to do with this picture. You wouldn't want to miss any step. So let's get it down, zoom out a little to see what we'll have. I think I'm okay with the back for now. So I'll just take care of the arm like that. Beautiful. Look at that line. So don't take away this line using your frequency separation. Paint with the dimension in mind. This is why they say don't paint your highlight into your shadows when using your mixer brush tool, because it's going to spoil the image. Look at that beautiful line on the arm. You wouldn't want to spoil that. Okay, so for the records this picture was shot with one light, with just one light. I think it was lighted from the left. Yeah, it was lighted from the left. The light was just almost her height. I think it was positioned almost her height. Yeah, it was not a big softbox, you know. It was just something around 35. I don't know about. Okay, so here it is. Beautiful. So I'm going to leave the arm like this. I'm going to leave the arm like this. I wouldn't want to lose that highlight in it. I wouldn't still want it to look bony too much. So I think I'm okay with that. So this is before, this is after. So we'll zoom out to know if we have any other skin. I think we are cool. Let's check the arm. Do we want to do something here? Yeah. Going to paint here a little. I'm going to paint here a little. So I would advise, if you're a photographer, master to use one light first before you start building into 2 lights, 3 lights. Master your one light first. When you have mastered one light, to give you flexibility to know where to improve. To know where to improve in your lightning, master the use of one light first. Alright, so I think we are cool. Just a little blemishes there and here and there. And it's fixing at the mouth there. Looks a bit bulgy. Alright, so we are good with this. We are good with this. Alright, so we're going to be leaving it here at the moment. So we'll zoom out to look at the overall before and after. So I think we are cool here. So the next thing I'm going to be doing, of course, I'm going to be flattening the image so it doesn't get, the layers doesn't get too much. If you wouldn't want to flatten, you can as well just create a stamp visible layer, Ctrl-Shift-Alternate-E. It's going to create a stamp visible layer above everything we've done. You can even delete the frequency separation at this moment, or you can leave it. So, but me, I prefer to flatten. For the purposes of this video, I would prefer to flatten. So after doing that, you're going to, let's fix the background. Let's fix the background, and we'll come back to the, you know what, let's finish with the skin retouching. Let's leave the background. So if you look closely to the image, you're going to notice some imperfections in it. You can take your time and use your brush healing tool, your clone stamp, all the patch tool you can use to take care of those blemishes. But there's a quick one. If you come to the action right here, you're going to see an action named skin smoothing. So when you click on it, see what it does. So it's a skin smoothing technique we set into the action to allow you smoothing your skin ASAP. So this is quite too much. The radius of that is the Gaussian block. What the Gaussian block takes care of in this action is the smoothness, while the high pass you're going to see in a minute takes care of the texture. So I think this is going to be too much for the image, so I'm going to stay somewhere around 7. 7 is cool, whereas okay, so it's going to load up the high pass. This is the high pass. So if you know the level of texture you want to retain in your picture, you make sure you see it in the high pass. So I wouldn't want to retain this texture at the forehead. That looks too hard for me, so I'm going to be doing somewhere around 1, that will allow it to load up. Yeah, so press OK, leave this one the same way it is, and press OK. So take up your brush, white as the foreground, black as the background. So just take it and we paint it. So just paint over the skin, like that. Beautiful. Paint over the skin. Gradually paint over the skin like this. Follow the dimensions as well, so you don't lose some shapes at the face. Beautiful. So let's look at it. Nice. So just take it down slowly. Nice one. So look at the eyes, just a little there. Beautiful. Okay, so we just take it slowly. Look at the nose. Can zoom out to see where we are doing. Nice. I think we need it a little here. Because the neck there, we don't want to flatten everything out, so we just paint in dimension. Beautiful. So let's go to the back. Let's go to the back like this. Paint it. Nice one. So just take your time and make sure you get it right. Take your time and make sure you get it right. Nice. Beautiful. So the back is cool. Come to the arm. Of course, this is a little bit too much. If you like it like this, you can leave it like that. If it works for you, it's fine. But I feel it's a little bit too much for the image, so I'm going to have to drop down the opacity later. So for now, let's bake it. Beautiful. So like that. Take it slowly. Other hands, just a little. Don't need to make it look fake. So I think I'm done. I'm going to be reducing. We're forgotten. We are forgetting the arm right here. We are forgetting the arm. Sorry. Nice. Okay, so we paint it over like this. Beautiful. So I think we are cool. We are cool with that. So you zoom out to look at your overall image. I think we are good. So we just rub down the opacity a little. There's a little blemish on the forehead that I want to fix. So I'm going to be taking care of that using my mixer brush to look at here. Look at this particular place. I don't like the textures there. So I'll take the mixer brush to make sure you duplicate your background so you can drop down the effect later. Just run it over that particular texture. Do not do it too much. I didn't do any setup for that. It's just the mixer brush. If you paint it over a particular blemish, can make it smoothing out just a little. We don't want it too much like that. Alright, so we'll drop it down a little. Nice. Okay, so we are good with it. The next thing we're going to be taking care of is the dot and bond. Let's just do a little dot and bond on the image. So this is my dot and bond here. Of course, we only have automatic dot and bond. Let's try it and see what it does with the picture. Let's try it and see what it does with the picture. Beautiful. I think I love this. I think I love what I'm having here. Look at that. Even the clothes has been perfectly dodged and bond. I think I'm going to be going with the automatic dot and bond. Just adding a little more stuff here and there. Let me set up a new one. Go to your curves. Change the blend mode to screen. Here's our screen. Yeah, like right there. Press invert. Then increase it a little. Control I to invert. Then increase your curves a little. So I'm going to be putting a light. You take your brush down, maybe somewhere around 6. I'm going to be putting a light on the arm right here. Nice. I think that's too much. Take down the opacities or the flow to 1. Just take it down to 1. That was too much, so paint it out a little. So follow the light on the cloth and paint a light here. Nice, just small. Then look at the back over here. We need a little light down here. Nice, beautiful. So we'll create that bony dimension at the back. Nice, so we can zoom out to see what we have. Look at the nose. So I need a little light on the nose. So we're going to be dropping a light on the nose as well. I'm going to be dropping a light on the nose as well, like this. Nice one, beautiful. So we are just accentuating some highlights on the body, on the overall image. Look at the lips. I increase my flow a little to make the highlights on the lips pop. I don't like that one. So to make the highlights on the lips pop out like this. So we zoom out to see what we'll have. Nice. I like that ombre lip that we are creating there. So look at the eye over here. Just dab a little. Connect it down. Look at the forehead. Just put it a little in here. Nice one. This is too much, so reduce it. Press X to toggle between your brushes and clean it out from the places you do not want it to enter. So we are good. We are good. Okay, so I think I need a little line on the arm. Little light on the arm. So I'm going to be painting it in. So when doing this type of dodge and burn, especially when it's not micro dodge and burn, you're doing a global dodge and burn, I would advise you don't zoom in so tight so you could be seeing the effect of whatever you are doing on your image. Or you can duplicate your screen. Alright, so we are good. I think I love what the dodge and burn is, the automatic dodge and burn is doing for me right here. So I'm just going to drop down the opacity a little so it doesn't look too fake. So I think it's affecting the back as well. So I'm going to be taking it away from the back, or should I leave it? Let's go close and see. I think I'm losing details on the back, so I'm going to clean it out from the back. So I created a mask for the group, for the automatic dodge and burn group. So I'm using my black brush and I'm painting it away from the back. So it's already a shiny bag. I don't think you will be needing a dodge and burn. Alright, so this is it. Beautiful. So I'm going to be flattening once again. So now let's fix the background. We'll fix the background. Then after fixing the background, we'll touch the skin tone and we are good. So Go to your pick selection, press select subject. So let's wait for it and see where Photoshop does with that. Let's see what Photoshop does with that. I guess we should be having a pretty good selection. Whatever we lose, we can restore, we can modify the mask later. Okay, so nice. We have a pretty good selection. I think I know what I'm seeing. So you can zoom in to know if all your skin is selected. So look at the lips. I think I'm losing a bit part of that. So I'm going to select inverse. You must not do that, but that's what I love doing. I select inverse and I use my minus. I minus the selections from the original selection. So just a little at the lips and the nose, like that's beautiful. So wait for it, it does the rest. Click this in a little, nice, beautiful. So we'll go through it, look at the back here. I think we are losing a little selection here. So put it in, nice, like that. So go through the image to make sure you are not losing any part of the skin. Look at here, we are selecting too much here. Wait for it, process and enter. Okay, so just like that. It's too much there too. So I think I love the selection at this moment. We are going to be working with this. Whatever we are losing, we can restore. So duplicate your background. Okay, so I would have loved to take you through this manually, but we already have an action that takes care of the background. Just smooths it out for you. So I wouldn't want to have all this shadow down here. So I'm going to be feathering the selection. Take my brush, drop it down, maybe somewhere around 20-ish or 14. So let's leave it at 14. I'll pick the color above. I wouldn't want to have this deep shadow in my background, but I wouldn't want to lose it entirely. So I'll just feather out the shadows a little so it doesn't look too dark. Yes, beautiful, like that. So we are still having the presence of the shadow there, but it's no longer too dark. Yes, that's what I wanted to show you. So I'll click on the background cleaner action, press play, so it will take care of the background for me. So just look at it. Within the next few minutes, it's smoothened out. So look at it. If you feel the smoothing is not very good for you, so you can select it again. Press Ctrl, click on the icon on the thumbnail here, the background thumbnail, and select it. Sorry, that is not the one you should click. Hold your Ctrl. If you click on the background, it's going to give it space. So what we want is the object, not the background. So click on the object selection here. It's going to give you that same selection we did. So being on your background, select, invert the selection. Yes, like that. So it goes back to background as a selection. Go to your filter, question blur, and now increase it to your own satisfaction if it didn't take care of the job. So I think I like it here at the moment. So press OK. Don't bother about the dimensions. We're going to get everything back. So you can decide to work with this if you are doing a plain background stuff, but I want to add textures to the background so it looks a bit more realistic. I wouldn't want it to be a flat wall with shadows here and there. Of course, you can restore the shadows. So I'm going to be swapping this. Your object should be up, your background down. Your object layer up, your background layer down. Click on your background layer. Click on it so when you create any layer, it stays on top. But I think I'm going to be using this one right there. We'll have a lot of them here. I think this is going to give me the result I want for this image. So I'm going to drag it and drop it over the image, scale it in like this. Just fit it with your eyes like that. Beautiful. Just like that. So I want to have it here. Press OK. Go to normal. That is your blend mode. Press select soft light. So it's going to make it look realistic. See the way it's blending in. So once you restore the original shadows, if you close the eyes or if you hide the background layer, you're going to notice that some shadows are going to be restored, and those shadows makes it look realistic. But with it, I restored some other blemishes we do not want. So instead of just taking it out entirely, we are going to be creating a mask. Let's just introduce the places we want to have in the picture. Beautiful. That's also what we're going to do. So I'm going to be cleaning somewhere here like this so we can get that shadow on the floor or texture, whatever it is. So go to your brush. Then I think I saw a shadow here like this. So the bag is creating a shadow on the wall. We're going to be selecting that as well. So somewhere around the hair, we paint over. So if there's a shadow there, it comes back. So we'll zoom in on the image to make sure we are not losing any hair. We are losing some of the hair, so we're going to restore it back like this. So where is the hair? Find the layer that has the hair in it. So I think it's the original, the image layer. So we're going to create a mask on the image, zoom in a little to get back our hair. So So just paint over the edge. Paint over the edge. It's going to take care of the, yeah, like that. Beautiful. Like that. So it blends it in. Blends it in like that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nice. Alright, so look at it. Our hair is back. So we can do that around the hair to make sure we have a very realistic blending like this. Beautiful. Okay, so I think we are cool. The next thing we want to take care of is the skin tone. I think I want her to be a bit chocolate in color. So we can use Hex Code. You can decide to use color balance, color lookup, whatever you want to do, but we're going to be using Hex Code and color lookup in this particular image. So I'm going to be applying this mask, apply mask. I will apply this one as well. We don't need the mask again. So go to your object layer. So we already have skin tone. This is skin tone that I downloaded from Google. I downloaded it online. So this is the 5 skin tone palette we have. So I'm going to be clicking on the solid color I already created. If you don't know how to create it, go to your adjustment layers and pick your solid color. So I already have a solid color. I will double click on it. I want that to have somewhere around chocolate. This should be giving us a melanin dark color. So I'll pick here, copy the Hex Code, press OK, go back to my image. I think it should be here. Yes, beautiful. So I'm going to be creating a solid color adjustment layer over my object layer. Press Ctrl V to paste the Hex Code we've copied. Then change the blend mode to soft light or even color, anyone that works for you. I think color will give us a nice job. Of course, we can change it later. So I want it to target just her skin. I want it to target just her skin. I don't want it all over the place. I want it just on her skin. So how do we do that? We're going to be using color range to select just her skin. Of course, you can use your brush to manually paint in, but I think I prefer using color range. Then I'll use brush to modify. So I'll just, if you create a mask, if you use the solid color mask and try to creating a color range, this is what we're going to be getting to never select for you. So I think the trick I found out around it is that I'm going to close this, minimize my solid color, duplicate my object layer, create a mask for it, then go to my select color range. The reason I didn't flatten before I started doing this is because if I flatten, the options for the color range is going to spread out even on the background because the skin tone is close to the tone of the background, and I wouldn't want that to happen. I just want the skin tone. So that's why I didn't flatten before doing this. So if you look at the screen right now, the white are the places selected, the black are the ones not selected. It's already done. It has already selected all the skin tone for us, just that the hair is coming in. But I think I would like it on the hair too because it equally has a close color to the skin. So it's just this place that we need to touch. So click on your plus and add the arm. Yes, beautiful. Look at somewhere around the neck is not added, so add there too. So you can increase the fuzziness a little to make the transition smooth. Press OK. So we have the selection. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking this my mask and replace the original mask of the solid color, then delete this layer. So we already have the selections in the skin tone. Look at it, beautiful. So you can zoom in to make sure it's on every part of the skin tone. This is where you can take your brush to manually paint in on the places that I didn't put it in correctly, like that. Beautiful. So I think I have it on almost everywhere I wanted it, like that. So try not to paint on the background, please. Beautiful. Unless you are going to restrain the solid color to the image. So that's when, if you start painting on the background, it's not going to be applied. So let's just touch it like that. So I think I'm cool. Let's check the arm behind. Woo! Selected there. Okay, so we're going to be dropping down the flow, the feel, until it looks realistic to what we want. I think I like it like that. It's looking golden. Let's see what soft light will do for us. Beautiful. It's good as well. I think I like the soft light more. I think I prefer the soft light. Let's increase the feel a little. Okay, so I think I prefer the soft light. Tell me the one you prefer in the comment section. I think I prefer the soft light. So looking at the image now, we need a global color grading to put this whole image together, both the background, the image, to make it all look very, very realistic. And that is where color lookup comes in. So we'll go to our color lookup and select something that looks quite fine. So just go down, keep scrolling until you find the one you love, till you find the one you like. I think I love this one. I love what he's doing with the highlights. I think I love where it's beautiful. Let's drop this down a little and see what we'll have. Nice. I think I love that golden feel it gives to the overall image. I love that golden feel it gives to the overall image. So I think I'm going to be going with this color lookup right here. Beautiful. So the next thing I want to do, I want to separate this image from the background. Let's give it a little more dimension. So select the background, take your marquee tool. Sorry, took my line tool. Take your rectangular marquee tool, just select like this. Can stretch it out a little, feather it somewhere around. Let's try 999. I want it to look so soft. I want it looking so soft because I want to darken down that part a little so it pops out my image like that. Beautiful. I want my image popping out from the background like that. Nice, beautiful. I think I like it here. So I hope it's not touching the floor. It's spreading on the floor. That's because of the feather we used. So I'm going to be painting it out. I don't want it on the floor. So just brush it out. Maybe just a little. Brush it out a little. Like that's nice. So the pep is coming out now. So let's create a little gradient in the center. Let's create a little gradient in the center so we can make the image stand out the more. So we can only use this mask here. Just take a very hard brush. Somewhere around 33 is fine. And just paint. I want the lights to fall in like this. So we just paint in. Hold on. You know what? Let's create our own. So it gives us all the flexibility we want. So we create one more curve adjustment layer. Increase the brightness to an extent. Press Ctrl I. It will invert. So let's paint it in. I want us to have flexibility. Press like this. Beautiful. So it creates that hot. I don't know what to call. Okay, that smooth effect. Yeah, it creates that smooth effect around the image, but it's too hard. So we're going to be selecting the properties and feathering out the light a little, like this. Don't feather everything out entirely. I think it's too feathered like that. Then reduce the opacity like this. Just little effect on the wall. Feather it out a little more to make it look realistic, beautiful. So we'll have it right there. No, it's too much. I want that line, that edgy line. Nice, I like it like that. So from here you can start building. Let's add one more curves to increase the highlights a little, decrease the shadows a little, to add more dimension to the image. Beautiful. So still too much, break it down a little. Nice. So this is our final image. You can decide to fix the eye. I don't think I need to fix the eye. It's already looking nice for me because of the whole stuff happening around there. So we can actually introduce something into the image. We can introduce a prop into the image. Let's click above the curve. Let's select a prop still in our background. Okay, let's look for a prop. That would be nice. Oh man, where did I save my props? Alright, so we are going to find it. There's a particular prop I'm looking for. So it's not here. We'll go straight to our, let's look for it. I think it should be my downloads. Scroll down somewhere down here. Where is it? In here. So these are my PNG images. Of course, we equally give you this when you buy our course. Alright, so we'll look for it. I'm looking for the prop. Alright, so this is the prop I wanted to use. This one right here. It shoots the color of the whole stuff. So we'll place it. I think we'll place it here. Bring it down a little like this. Beautiful. So we'll scale it in to send it to the back like that. Yes. Then increase the height. Nice. Press OK. So we'll zoom in. Make sure it's touching the floor. Create your shadow for it. So just below that prop, create an empty layer. take your brush, paint black around the edge so you can make it look like it's on the floor like that. So it creates a shadow like this. Beautiful. It's a shadow. I think it's too much. I have to zoom in a little more. Zoom in, make your brush smaller, and introduce your shadows like this. Introduce your shadows like this. So this is the first shadow we are going to be creating. This shadow is going to be creating the contact on the floor. That's the essence of the shadow. It's going to be creating the contact on the floor. You can reduce it a little, or rather leave it like that. It should be strong enough to create a contact. So we'll create one more layer, take the brush as well, and create something quite big like this. Press Ctrl T, take your distort, make it lay on the floor like this. Beautiful. Like that. Want it on the floor, so we'll just create this, place it, and use your move tool to move the shadow to the place where it will look very realistic. I think I like it there like that. Beautiful. So press enter. So what we're going to be doing right now is to convert it to soft light. Change the blend mode to soft light, reduce the opacity, then we'll blur it out a little. If you look at the overall image, you're going to notice we are not using, the image was not shot with an entirely hard light, so we're going to be creating our shadow mimicking the light pattern of the image. So we want the shadows to be soft as well, like that. Beautiful. Like that. Let's leave it like that. I like the softness. So zoom out a little to look at the image again. So the next thing we're going to be doing is to cast the shadow of that particular prop on the wall. So how do we do that? Click on the prop itself, double click on it. You're going to see your blending layer, your layer style, or your blending layer come up. Go to drop shadow right there, then just select the direction you want it to go. It's just very close to the image like that. You can reduce the opacity, you can increase the opacity like that. You can even change. I think I love it like this. Everything is perfect for me like that. Or rather, let's go in and make it a little softer. Let's make it a little softer because we don't have a hard light shadow on our image. So we just go to spread, make it spread out a little like that. The size is too much, drop it down a little. Got it, drop down the opacity, just small like that. Beautiful. So press OK. The next thing we're going to be doing is to introduce this lightning pattern we had on the wall, that smooth effect. If it's on the image, it should probably be on the flower, or rather, let's leave it like that because it's not on the image. We want to have such, we have to drag it all to the way up like this, and it's going to be on the image. So it's going to affect the overall image, but we don't want it like that. So this is where we want it. So let's go and adjust the lightning on my object and my prop. I want that lightning to look dramatic, so press Ctrl M, just stay on it, or rather let's create a new curve adjustment layer. Go to curves. You can use levels as well. Levels should be able to give us that dimensionality in lightning. So let's change the blend mode to luminosity because we want it to just affect the luminosity of that prop. So it's affecting everything under it. I want it to stick just to the prop. So we'll create a clipping mask like this, and we'll just move the sliders around. Beautiful. Just move the sliders around to see what we'll get. Nice. Okay, I think that was too much. Have it here. Let's see, add a little magenta to it. Magenta is the opposite of green, so we'll just go and add a little magenta to it. There's like that. Beautiful. So go to our hue and saturation. We need to drop down the saturation. It's a bit distracting. Still click on your clipping mask, reduce the saturation of the prop right there, darken it down a little. Beautiful. So we'll zoom out and we'll look at it. See how realistic it's looking at the back. I think I need to darken down the pot itself. So reduce the opacity like this. Drop down the overall brightness. Press Ctrl I and use the brush to introduce that. I want the pot to look dark like this. Beautiful thing. Sorry, our brush is not soft. Alright, so just the pot like this.
There's a pot like this, maybe a little bit of the flower down here, the flower down here, like that, beautiful. So look at before and after. Let's zoom out and see what it looks like. So it makes it look a bit more dramatic and a bit more realistic, like that. Beautiful. Nice. So this is our image. Our image is done. Let's flatten it and look at it generally. So let's go through my history. Let's wait for it. Okay, so let's go through my history. This was where we started our editing. I know I didn't show you this part because of the wall and the background. This was the original image. I didn't show you this part. I think this is the light up here. That was the light up there. I didn't show you this part because I didn't want to take you through the stress of the background fixing. So I already did that before I started tutorials, but I planned showing you through the history panel. So this was the image before we started the retouching. This is the image after the retouching. What do you think? I think I need a little headroom in the image, so let's crop it again. Let's crop it again, just a little like this. Select your content aware so that Photoshop automatically fills the borders around it. So press enter. So Photoshop will do its magic and give us what we want. So wait for it, and it is Photoshop. It is done. So this is going to depend, the speed of this process is going to depend on the capacity of your system. It's going to depend on the capacity of your system. It's going to depend on the capacity of your system. So we are waiting for it. Let's see where Photoshop does with that. I just want the snoot behind that is still going to come out perfect. Beautiful, not beautiful. Okay, so we need to fix this part a little. We need to fix here by ourselves. So we can actually use our clone stamp or even use brush. Let's use our clone stamp. Just this edge right here. Just paint it out like this. We want here darken. Use our clone stamp to manipulate that like that. Beautiful. So I'm just mimicking the circle. So we'll get something good. Okay, nice. I think it's running a little here. Just paint in a little more like this. Beautiful. Alright, so this was it. This is it. I think the picture is ready to go now. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to click on the subscribe and the like button to always get notified every single time we drop a new video. Please ring the bell. Thank you for watching. Once again, welcome to Photographics Academy. See you on our next video.